Hello everyone, myself Lakshmi Sanjay Gumte. Today we are here to discuss a thought-provoking topic. Should internet access be considered a basic human rights? Representing the pro team we have Himanshi, Ganesh, Isneha and Vaishnavi. Representing the con team we have Manav, Ruefa, Harshal and Yashashvi. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to present their arguments. To start debate, let's hear from Himanshi who will favor in the motion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the internet has become the backbone of modern society. It is a gateway of education, healthcare, employment, and social connection. Without internet can access, the people are excluded from opportunity. They can change their lives for the better. For example, the student in rural area and in rural area can access the high quality of education, resource and telemedicine services can provide the healthcare in remote region, and denying access to the internet is equivalent to the knowledge and progress and even survival in some case. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshi, for your thoughtful arguments. Now presenting the opposing view, let's us welcome who will against the motion.
I appreciate emancipation, but I disagree with their argument against the internet survival rights like food, water, shelter, undermine the less of what is the basic human rights truly well. The basic human rights should focus on survival well. Internet is a tool of convenience, not a necessity. In region, people have lack of electricity, clean water, even healthcare. How can we criticize the internet? It is not diverging progress. It is about more addressing urgent need. Thank you.
Thank you, Manav, for your point. To counter that argument, we now invite Ganesh to present their case in favor of the motion.
Well, Manav highlighted the importance of survival need. I respectively disagree with assertion that the internet is a tool of convenience. The internet is important for achieving many fundamental rights, including education, healthcare, and freedom of expression. For example, during pandemic, online education became the only way for millions of the students to continue their learning. Without internet access, they will be left behind. Saying that to criticize internet access survival need is valid, but we cannot ignore how internet contribute to solving this various issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh, for your perspective. Moving next to the opposing side, let's hear from Ruefa who will argue against the motion.
Ganesh makes a fair point about the internet potential to contribute to education and healthcare, but I disagree with the idea that it is essential for survival. Even during the pandemic, millions of people underprivileged areas could not access online education, not because they didn't have devices, electricity, or even basic literacy skill. Declaring the internet a right won't solve this systemic issue. Instead, we should focus on infrastructure and education first before prioritizing digital access. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruefa, for your arguments. Now, continuing in favor of the motion, I invite Isneha to share their thoughts.
I respectfully counter Ruefa's point that systemic issues must be addressed before prioritizing internet access. In fact, internet can help in addressing those systemic issues. For instance, in farmer in rural, we use online platforms to access weather forecast and market prices, which improving their livelihoods. Similarly, government can use digital tools to improve their transparency and accountability. Thank you.
Thank you, Isneha, for those points. Let's now moving to the next speaker from the opposing side. Harshal, please present your case against the motion.
I understand Sneha's argument about internet adding progress, but I disagree that it should be labeled as a basic human right. Basic human rights like food, water, and shelter are immediate needs for survival. The internet is while important, it's second. Moreover, declaring it is a right is unconditional and unrealistic obligation on government, initially in the underdeveloped regions. how they can affect and build digital infrastructure when they struggle to provide clean water and basic healthcare. Instead of making it is a right, we should focus on making internet more accessible and affordable.
Thank you, Harshal. Let's now return to the pro team. Vaishnavi, please take the stage to present your arguments in favor of the motion.
Harshal raises concern about affordability and infrastructure, but I respectfully disagree with their conclusion. Making the internet doesn't mean neglecting other survival need. It means integrating the internet development. For example, framework telemedicine or relies on the internet to deliver remote areas. Similarly, e-learning flat from bridge gaps in education. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, for those insights. We now invite Yashasvi to counter those points and present their arguments against the motion.
Well, Vaishnavi emphasized the role of internet in development. I must challenge the assumption that internet access is essential for progress. Internet is a tool that works best when there existing infrastructure without trained professionals, quality schools, and functional hospitals. Internet access alone cannot solve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Yashasvi, your compelling arguments. Once again, thank you to all speakers for their insightful, passionate arguments. The pro team highlighted the transformative power of the internet and its role in education, healthcare, and equality, and advocating for it as a basic human rights. The core team emphasized the need to prioritize fundamental survival needs and address systematic challenges before considering the internet as a human rights. This concludes today's debates. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our participants for their efforts.